Good morning, Salem, and welcome to SHS Today. I'm Jonathan Lahey, and with me is Payton Lacroix, and we are part of a new SHS news team that from now on will be producing SHS Today by bringing you information on upcoming events, clubs, and trends.
That's right, JJ. The new season brings events such as the Military Ball and Senior Safe Night. Senior Safe Night is one of the last nights that all seniors will gather together before graduating and moving on into the world. Cindy and Mason sat down with Dean Barry to get more information on the event.
Safe Night is on a Wednesday night on June 7th for the graduating seniors this year. We got to interview Dean Barry and a couple of seniors for the event and activities.
So Senior Safe Night is typically held during the week of graduation, and it's typically on the Wednesday night. And I'd have to guess, if I had to guess how long we've been doing it over 20 years at least.
I'm really excited about Senior Safe Night because I've been here for 4 years and all I've ever heard about is the funnest nights are prom and Senior Safe Night. And Senior Safe Night has just been something I've been really looking forward to. Just staying over at the school, staying here till late, seeing what happens after hours, hanging out with some friends, and just having a great time.
Yes, I am really excited because Senior Safe Night is a time to get along with everybody you know, and last year being here.
It's a night for all the seniors to kind of get one last get-together. It's designed for an alternative for seniors, for them to have a safe place to go, not be involved in any nonsense.
Everyone in the same class together where we can just have this one giant last party before we all separate out into our own little lives and go off for college and do whatever we need to do to get jobs and get college education. So it's a great time for everyone to get together, sign yearbooks, have fun, and just reminisce about all the things for the past 4 years that we've been doing and just hang out and chat.
I think it's really nice to get all the seniors together and just be out together, separated from the rest of the school with juniors and sophomores and freshmen. We all get to be a senior class before we graduate together. So.
And it's a nice night. We have a committee in Salem that kind of organizes it for the kids. And typically the way the night goes is the first couple of hours is a bunch of food. Kids get their yearbook. Kids, that's an opportunity for them to sign their yearbook. And there's a scavenger hunt throughout the night. The video yearbook is shown. And then once that's done, then the kids are quote-unquote locked in, meaning they come in, they check in, and once they're checked in, they can't leave. And during the night, there's various activities. Some years vary, but typically there's food throughout the night. They'll air the yearbook again at some point, 3 in the morning. There's also a hypnotist that comes in. That's probably the highlight of the night. The kids love seeing that, so that's very, very cool to see.
I'm going to do all the activities, but I'm really excited for the virtual reality stuff that's coming in for all the games, because I feel like those will be a really cool experience with everybody.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what they have. It's probably going to be fun. I'm excited to hopefully win that car. It'll be nice.
There's video games, there's bouncy houses, there's things like that. And we've been very fortunate to have a car dealership in Salem. On a yearly or annual basis, they donate a car to be raffled off to one lucky senior. So if a kid comes and stays the night, they have an opportunity to win a free car. So I think overall it's an awesome event for the community, for the kids, and it's well organized, well run, and it's something that I look forward to every year, and I know the kids do as well. So,
thank you guys. We hope the seniors have a great time at this event before the graduation. Back to the studio.
That looks like it's going to be a great night for all the seniors to gather around and share one last hurrah. There are a lot of events in the spring, and one of those is the Junior ROTC Military Ball. The ball is annually held, and many surrounding New Hampshire schools attend it. Rheannon and I wanted to find out some more information on the Military Ball, and we filed this report. Hi, my name is Payton Lacroix, and I'm here bringing you news on the upcoming Military Ball, May 20th, 2017. My camera person Rhiannon and I spoke with Major Blazek and a few students to get their take on the event.
Well, the Military Ball for Junior ROTC at Salem High School has been a long tradition that we've had since the beginning of our program.
Is Military Ball anything like prom?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
much.
it is like prom. It's practically the same thing, but there's more like a more formal aspect to it.
During the Military Ball, we'll have all the New Hampshire Junior ROTC schools together, and they include Spalding High School, Pinkerton High School, Nashua High School, and Wyndham High Schools also. So there'll be kids from lots of different schools that participate in this event. The attendees should definitely expect to see a lot of their good friends from all the different units, and they should expect a good time with some great food, friends, entertainment.
I expect to see a lot of pretty dresses and a lot of boys in uniforms.
And it starts off with a color guard where they present the colors and bring them up in a very professional manner, much like a military ball in the Air Force. And one little thing we do a little bit different is we allow our ladies that are cadets to wear dresses if they want instead of their uniform. So, but they have a choice. They can wear their uniform if they like, but all the gentlemen wear their uniforms, so it's a real military-like event. It's always a really good time. Like we talked about the different skits from the schools. There's usually a crowd favorite is to either be participating in it or just the crowd getting involved and having a good time with it.
I'm probably most looking forward to the food because it's at Castleton this year, which is a really nice place, and we usually don't have it as nice of a place.
At Mill Ball, I'm looking forward to dancing with all my friends.
I think I'm looking most forward to getting to dress up and hang out with all my friends and just have a day that's just like us between the schools.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
All right, now back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Payton, for filling us in on the details of this exciting event. Sounds like it will be a blast for all the JOTC members. Turning now over to some clubs within the school, Kaitlyn and Valerie did some reporting on the Best Buddies Club, advised by Miss Mahaney, and they found out that there's a major fundraiser coming up in May.
With the warmer weather approaching, now is the best time to go outside and enjoy the fresh air. What better way to do so than participating in the Best Buddies annual Friendship Walk? We were able to talk to Miss Mahaney, the Best Buddies advisor at Salem High School, to hear what she has to say about it.
The Best Buddies Friendship Walk is an opportunity for different chapters in New Hampshire to gather together on a beautiful Saturday morning and walk to support the Best Buddies organization. It's an opportunity for our chapter to earn $1,000, which will waive our chapter dues and help send our president to the Best Buddies Leadership Conference in Indiana over the summer.
I'm excited to meet new people from other chapters around the state of New Hampshire for Best Buddies, and also to just have a good time with the friends that I already know from Best Buddies.
Best Buddies is an organization that pairs individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities with their typical peers and forms friendships so they can experience different opportunities as anyone else would throughout the community. At the Friendship Walk, you walk together. It's about a mile walk in downtown Concord, and you walk with your team and you just chant and you support the Best Buddies organization, and you support those individuals with the intellectual and developmental disabilities and show that through unity you can achieve and overcome various obstacles.
I think it's really important for people to join the Friendship Walk because it's such a great cause, and it really is something that you do out of the bottom of your heart, and it's real. And the organization that sponsors and the time that we have is really valuable.
I think it's important to raise awareness and money towards the great organization.
The Friendship Walk, if our team raises $1,000 or our school raises $1,000, it waives our chapter dues for the upcoming school year, and it provides the opportunity for our president to attend Leadership Conference in Indiana over the summer. The Friendship Walk is Saturday, May 13th in Concord, downtown, and during that time there will be music and food and games, and that'll all take place after the walk, which usually takes about 45 minutes.
I'm most excited to connect with other people who are who also are interested in this organization, and I'm also excited to have fun with like some of the people that we know around the school and possibly people from other schools.
If you're interested in signing up for the Friendship Walk, you can go to the Best Buddies website, which is bestbuddiesnh.org, and search for Salem High School. And you can then request to become a member of the team, and then you'll have the opportunity to raise funds in order to walk the Friendship Walk.
If you like aren't a part of the club yet, then it's still a really good time, and like even if you don't really know anybody, I feel like everybody is very welcoming, and it's all for the awareness.
I'd like to tell them that it's open to everybody. Even if you're not in Best Buddies, you can come join us at the Friendship Walk and you will be gladly welcomed.
It's a great time and it's really fun.
I honestly can't wait, so I hope that as much people come as possible.
What a great way to enjoy the spring weather and give back to the community. Make sure to sign up at bestbuddiesfriendshipwalk.org/New Hampshire. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Valerie and Kaitlyn, for giving us insight on that wonderful occasion. Speaking of clubs, we had RJ, JJ, and Briana in the field, allowing us to get some knowledge on Film Club and all the exciting projects they work on. I heard that they have a film festival coming up in May in Concord. Let's take a look at the segment.
There are many clubs at Salem High School that are made available to students in order for them to enhance the skills that they already have. Some clubs are made available specifically to give kids a head start in certain classes that they wish to take in the future. One of these clubs is Film Club. We caught up with a few advisors and students so they could tell us their opinion on how Film Club affects television productions and the students alike.
I'm Susan McLaughlin, and I'm with Salem Community Television. So I would just be an advisor. I'm there to give my opinion with things. Sometimes I help, especially in the beginning, with learning the basics of the camera. But it is a club made up of students with some advisors, run by students. It's for people with the creative side of themselves, people that have technical abilities, or people that just want to be behind the camera. It gives the kids hands-on ability that they probably never would have had an opportunity to have before. We have all the top-of-the-line equipment, whether it be the cameras or the editing equipment, and you have skills right from the get-go from the advisors. So say if a student wants to get into the TV class, it probably gives them a priority.
My favorite project was the PSAs because it was fun working with different people. We could be as creative as we wanted to.
So the Blue Devils Film Club here at Salem High School, it meets on Wednesdays after school, and I really try to encourage the TV students to join it and participate. A handful do. I'm hoping to push more to do it. So day to day in the TV classes, I think the Film Club students have a little bit of a leg up because they work with Bob and Scott and Tom and those guys, and they learn a lot more in-depth cinema-style film shooting with really high-end equipment. They have a blast in Film Club. They create great projects and have fun doing it, and there's less pressure for like a timeline and a grade. It's done for and for their fun. I would say the kids from Film Club come into TV, if it's their first year in TV, with a huge amount of experience, and they can really help us hit the ground running. The Film Club really fosters the skills that they're going to need if they want to be filmmakers.
Well, obviously, Film Club's an important step to take before taking TV productions. From SHS Today, I'm Briana Demers. Back to you guys in the studio.
There's a lot of opportunities for students to enlist in clubs here at the school. There are even more opportunities to get into some spring sports. Julianna and Alex spoke with Mr. Nsinga and a few students about the sports individuals can get involved with.
I'm here today because spring sports have begun. We sat down with student-athlete director Mr. Nsinga and a couple of students to see how they think the seasons will go.
So we offer in the spring boys and girls outdoor track, baseball, softball, boys volleyball, boys and girls lacrosse. I think that we have some solid teams for the spring. I know that boys and girls track teams have a few good individuals on either side. I know the girls' team is not numerically a large team, but there are some good individuals there who are going to succeed well as the boys have a couple of strong individuals who will take that team to the championships at the end of the season. I know our boys and girls tennis teams have a few individuals who are very good as well. We'll see them into the postseason. I do know that our baseball team has always been well coached and play well into the playoffs. Our softball team is always in the playoffs and have been in either the championship or the championship round for the last 5 years, so I expect them to do well also.
I play softball.
Play lacrosse.
How do you think the season's going?
I think it's going well. We have played one game yesterday, we won, and we have a game today, and we're defending state champ, so I think we'll be good this season.
It's good. We had a game yesterday, but we took the L. We got plenty more games. I guess we'll bounce back.
As you can see, Salem High has a promising season ahead of them. We wish the best of luck to all teams this season. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Julianna and Alex. To switch over from traditional clubs and events, we have some modern day trends, such as tattoos and piercings, brought to you by our reporters, Brittany and Adrian. Brittany and Adrian gave us some intel on what teachers and students had to say about the subject.
My name is Brittany Harris, and today we are finding out information about kids who have tattoos going into the workforce.
So I started working here this year. This is my first year, and it was August of 2016 when I came to Salem and started teaching television and media broadcasting.
I started working here in January of this year.
If I have advice for people that are young, that haven't quite reached, their 20s yet, is that, you want to be careful making decisions when you're young, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, that affect the rest of your life. And, I have no problem with tattoos. I have a lot of good friends that have tattoos, in their necks and on their forearms, and they're covered from head to toe. And I don't have a problem with that at all, personally. Some employees may have a problem with it. It depends if you're in a service industry or maybe financial services or education. So there are certain times when you might want to take a look at it and say, am I okay making this decision thinking that it may limit me in the future?
I'd like to have one behind my ear, one on my ankle, and at least one on my back.
I do. I have 6.
So that's just the thing. Think before you ink, I think, is a good saying.
Honestly, I'm not sure just yet. Maybe just like a date of my brother's birth when he died or something, from like the day he was born to his death.
I do, and I have one on my leg and I have one on my upper arm, and there again, it was strategically placed so that if I'm wearing short sleeves or tank top or shorts in the summertime, I can see them. But if I'm working and I'm working with students, that I can cover them and nobody knows that they're there except for me.
No, it's never hindered my ability to do my job. I don't feel like my physical appearance has any factor on whether I do my job completely and to the best of my ability.
And they look at you like, well, why would I have to? And it's like, just you never know. It depends on what industry you're going into. That certain industries, it's just you might limit yourself in a job interview where they say, this isn't the face of the person that I want to be having, say, an investment firm or something like that. So.
In the future, I was thinking about maybe joining the military and what else? Maybe, I'm not really sure, but I was thinking about the military.
Some forensics, either forensics, meteorology, or just something in the field of science.
I've never had a problem getting a job because I have tattoos, but I usually keep them covered up. I do believe there's still a stigma going on around tattoos, that they shouldn't be seen while you're in the workplace, so very professional work environments may not want you to have them, and I think it may be difficult if you have lots of visible tattoos to get a position in a professional environment.
So I would say that, as a first foray into getting tattooed, if of course they have their parents' permission, number one, and they've discussed it with anybody in their lives. If they're 18, I know that that's something that they have the choice to do. But if they've gotten permission and they've thought it out thoroughly, I would say a place that could be covered by at least short sleeve shirts and maybe pants, so that it doesn't limit what you can do. And then when you get your career, when you're in your 20s, late 20s, then you can start making those decisions and not really have to worry about whether or not it's hindering you. I mean, you'd never know. The sad part is maybe you have a big giant tattoo on your arm, down your forearm, and you're in an interview and you don't get the job. It would be terrible if that was the reason, and you would never really know. But I think my best advice is that it's in a place that you can cover it with some casual work clothes.
I think healthcare is lightening up on that, and any skill maintenance or labor work, you definitely won't have a problem with. I think as the younger generation is becoming more into management and executive positions, that the stigma is lessening, but I do believe it's still out there.
So you probably want to think about it long and hard about what it is you're going to get, that it's something meaningful. You're putting that on your body permanently. It should be something that really is meaningful to you, that you're going to look at and say, I'm glad I did that, or I think it reminds me of something positive or something in my life. That just going in and pointing at the wall and saying, I'll have the A12, the tiger, maybe think twice about that. Work with a good artist and come up with something together, and treat it like artwork and something that's personal to you would be the best advice.
All right, and that has been our segment on tattoos and professionalism. I hope that all of the advice and the opinions from everyone on this reel will give some kids out there some sort of idea on what to get and where to get it for future references and future jobs. Thank you. This has been Brittany Harris. Back to you guys in the control room.
Certainly a lot to think about for sure. Thanks to Brittany and Adrian for giving us some information to think about.
That's for sure. Well, from all of us here in the TV classes, we thank you for watching this episode of SHS Today. For my partner, J. Lahey, I'm Payton Lacroix. We wish everyone at Salem High School a happy and healthy spring vacation. Stay classy, Salem High. Signing off.